years to make, to Japanese grapes that sell for up to $450 a bunch. We traveled the world to learn how fruits are bred to perfection. Our first stop is Washington State University, where we learn why it took over $500 million to create the Cosmic Crisp apple.
In the late 90s, Washington State's apple industry was on the brink of collapse. That's because more than 100,000 acres of trees grown were for an apple that was losing popularity, the Red Delicious. Once a star of the supermarket, this apple is now criticized for its bland taste and mealy texture. By the end of the decade, farmers had lost about $760 million in 3 years. That's when Bruce Barrett stepped in
I eat an apple every day.
and began breeding what would become the Cosmic Crisp. The goal was to have a fruit that was just as beautiful as the Red Delicious, but also had a sweet taste and a nice crunch.
We had all our eggs are in one basket, Red Delicious. That's not good economics. It's just not good. If we grow more and more of something that people like less and less, that's not a good business model either.
Since then, growers have increased production of other varieties, but the Red Delicious still counts for almost a third of apple tree acreage in the state today. To successfully take its place, the Cosmic Crisp needed to last at least 12 months, about 6 months longer than the Red Delicious. That's because the apple industry's Super Bowl is the fall season, when farmers harvest nearly all of the apples consumed throughout the rest of the year. So the goal is to find an apple that tastes as good in March as it does in October. Which is why Barrett chose the Honeycrisp and the Enterprise as the Cosmic Crisp's parents, for their crispness and storage qualities, respectively. But even then, it took thousands of trials and errors.
Take a bite. Soft, terrible. 10,000 seeds, and those seeds grew into trees, and we looked through 10,000 of them, and a couple showed promise, and the one that showed the most promise was Cosmic Crisp.
In the first few years of breeding, the Cosmic Crisp seeds grew into seedlings, and by year 4, the seedlings turned into trees and produced their first apple fruits. And by 2008, though the Cosmic Crisp didn't even have a name, it had promising characteristics.
The selection that is now named Cosmic Crisp was one of, I think, 10 selections. So that meant that they were just moving into a point